So I found this post on the Pokey Investing subreddit that I wanted to share with you all. So recently something happened. Some people have talked about it. I don't know if you guys have heard, but apparently there was a buyout of Paldea Evolved ETBs. So in this video, I wanted to give my opinion on this and show you guys what happened. So the title of this post is, did you guys see the $60,000 buyout of Paldea Evolved ETBs the other day? Crash canceled? Question mark, exclamation point. So as you can see here on this chart, it shows the Paldea Evolved ETBs being bought out this one day, or I guess a couple days, but it's really just one day where it happened. I'll show you guys. Apparently 378 ETBs sold. I guess here the average price was 130. It's actually changed a little bit, but yeah, 375 sold in one day, which is after taxes and fees and shipping about 60,000. WTF, wondering if that means the big whales in this hobby are looking at what else to buy. They bought the era I would have bought as well. Something that's not one of the last 5 sets and is about to be out of print. So I guess they're saying they would have done the same thing with Paldea Evolved ETBs. So let's look at the actual TCG player listing here. So as you can see, this is the one day it happened. It turns out the price is actually more, 139.10 for the ETBs and 375 sold. So if you do the math on that, you can see, it's $52,000 worth of ETBs. So, obviously if the person factored in taxes, shipping, whatever, but that's, the number if you just do the math. So a lot of ETBs got sold. If you look, previously what, how many were selling, like one or two were maybe selling a day. You can see like really, even with, this, graph spiking up so much here, like you can't really even see any of the graphs down here, any of the bars, because really in comparison, nothing was selling. So a huge increase, a very abnormal amount of ETB sold this one day. And it's not like there was some huge discount, obviously, because the price that they were selling at was higher than what they were selling at before. So it's not like, a bunch got dumped for a discount. People, or just somebody, people, a group of people, whatever the case may be, just bought a larger portion, and, that's what happened. So, if you read the comments of this post, you'll see people saying market manipulation, and all these people, talking about whatever market, here's the thing. What do I think about this? People use market manipulation so much all the time. I really think some of these buyouts aren't market manipulation. I think it's a group of people buying this to invest or hold on to or whatever. I highly doubt a lot of these buyouts we actually see are people trying to quickly buy something and sell it, and whatever the price goes up to, sell it instantaneously. I really doubt that's really what happens a lot of times. It's probably businesses, it's probably people that are really going to hold on to this or whatever and just buying them out until a certain price point, just getting whatever they can. But I don't think it's the actual intention is to do what some people think is to quickly I guess just pump the market and then dump it. I highly doubt that. And especially buying from like TCG Player, if you're buying from multiple sellers, which I'm assuming, 375 ETBs, this wasn't probably just one seller. I'm guessing this was multiple sellers. The time frame of the amount of and like the disparities with shipping and people shipping here and there across the country, like the amount of time it would take to get all these ETBs at your place, whatever, to hopefully sell at whatever the price pumped up to, the logistics and everything doesn't make any sense. So I think when people speak market manipulation and automatically call it that, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. I highly doubt that's the case here, especially buying a random product like a Paldea Evolved ETB where the average sales volume was maybe 1 or 2 ETBs a day. Who in their right mind is doing a buyout of this product when the sales volume is not high? It makes no sense. So I don't think this was a market manipulation. I think people, whatever, I don't know what the case may be, why they did this, but they just bought it, supposedly maybe to hold on to for the long term. And it's that simple. I don't think it's this whole thing where somebody is, going there to try to manipulate the market. In some cases, maybe people are trying to do that with maybe some singles and stuff, possibly. But I think the whole thing with the market manipulation is a little bit overblown. And you will even see here. I'll show you guys. The price really has not changed. at all. From this buyout, this, market manipulation, nothing has actually really happened. If you look at what the price it was beforehand, it was about 110 to 120. And if you look here, there's only like a few listings like around the same price it was previously. And then after that, it jumps to 140, which is kind of like the same price it was at when it got bought out. But if you go onto eBay, you'll see here, nothing has changed. 110, 120, 126. And these are some open boxes, whatever. 126, 130, 120, 120. You'll see here, nothing changed. And this goes more towards my point here. This is not market manipulation. This is just somebody buying out the product or whatever person, group, store, whatever, just probably to have some for the long term or whatever. I don't think this was a quick pump up or anything. It just, they bought them. So, and this person's saying here, crash canceled. Guys, you can't look at one product out of like the hundreds of different Pokemon products that are out there and say that this is the crash canceled. That literally, it makes zero sense to look at this and be like, oh, the crash is canceled. Well, you got to look at everything in totality. You have to look at Sword and Shield. You have to look at Scarlet and Violet. Everything is still down. Nothing has gone back up. This one little thing you see here in the market does not speak for the entirety of what's actually going on. So, a lot of these things are blown up proportion, saying that, this stuff is manipulation. This stuff does happen. We've seen this happening, even in times when the market was a little bit down, even, during this, whole bull run. There's been times where things cooled off a little bit and we still did see some, buyouts here and there. It just happens, it's a thing in the space. And, it's happening now. And I guess it's happened just to this product. But I don't see this as any indication of strength. This is just some one-off thing, and that's all it is. It's nothing more than that. And people here down in the comments were, I guess just trying to argue about market manipulation and all this stuff. I mean, honestly, who cares? I don't know why these people are wasting their time talking about how this is, manipulating the market or not. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you just look at the data. Nothing happened. One day of huge amount of sales, didn't move the price at all. Sales volume hasn't increased since then. It's not like, after the date, tons of people were scrambling to buy this or buy at a higher price point. Nothing happened. So just wanted to share this with you all because I guess it's something interesting that's happened, but it doesn't mean much for the market until we see, a large portion of products moving up, booster boxes, ETBs from Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. The crash is not canceled or whatever you want to call what we're in right now. I don't really call it a crash, but the market is still not extremely strong, but we saw this one event happening and just wanted to share this with you all. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I mean, I just thought it was interesting because, Paldea Evolved ETBs is kind of a weird product to buy, but somebody, I guess, saw value or wanted them because, in my opinion, I feel like there's better things to buy out there. If you're going to do some sort of buyout or something, I feel like there's better products than this, but I guess somebody just wanted to buy some. So that's all I want to say in this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.